Hey everybody, this is Miss Ludwig. Happy New Year. I hope you are back and ready and had a restful break and ready to move on and learn some things. So this week we are on week 19. We are still in the microbiology unit, so the study of very tiny things. And we are working this week on a Monday through Friday schedule as usual, starting Monday the 4th and ending on Friday the 8th. Of course, you have until Sunday to finish up all of your assignments and make sure they are submitted on time. So at first, just a quick overview of what we're going to be working on this week. At the top, we have your week at a glance. Be sure to open that and read that over. On day one, we have 2 ed puzzles for you. These are really short, like 3-minute ed puzzles. The pathogens ed puzzle gives you a basic understanding of what are pathogens. And then the second one shows you or talks about how pathogens are transmitted or spread from person to person. How do these pathogens make people sick? Okay, so make sure you watch both of those ed puzzles, answer the questions correctly as you're watching. Don't be afraid to rewatch something if you're not sure of the answer. Remember, to get full credit, you have to answer the questions correctly, okay? So then on day 2, we have a pathogens chart, and I will come back to that in just a second, but the pathogens chart is basically going to read some information about each of the pathogens and summarize that information in a chart. On day 3, we have Google Meet at 11 o'clock. Please join us. A lot of times we gear these Google Meets towards you guys, the remote students, because you don't get a chance to hear us say all these things and ask all the questions in class that your face-to-face counterparts do, okay? So we'd love to see you at 11. On day 4, you're going to read over some pathogens in your health notes. There's both a note PowerPoint in there that you can read at your own pace, and we've also included the video of one of us going over that information if you'd like to hear it from the teacher's perspective, okay? And then last but not least, on day 5, we have a virus playlist where you get to choose how many assignments you'd like to complete, okay? Now let's go back up to that pathogens chart really quick. I want to make sure you understand how to work this. So this is the same thing that your face-to-face students are also doing in class. They're just doing it on paper. You will start by clicking on this link and making yourself a copy of the pathogens chart. It looks very similar to this right here. And I have opened mine, I think, already right here. So once you have opened this, click the link and open, made your copy. You can change the name of this to whatever your name is to help you find it in your drive later when you go submit it. But this is your copy. It's in your drive. Once you open it once, it's there. You don't have to keep opening that and getting 100 copies of it. But also this is your typable, editable copy. So you can type your answers and stuff right in here. So we're going to be getting some basic information about the different types of pathogens, and that information is all of this stuff here, okay? Where do we get the information? On this slide. So, as you can see, for each pathogen, bacteria, fungi, viruses, parasites, and protists, we are trying to find some very basic information, okay? So we need a picture of what it looks like. You can obviously just grab a picture from Google. Is it living or non-living? How is it transmitted, which means how is it spread? How do people get this pathogen? Is it person to person or from dirty surfaces? How is it treated? So if I am sick with a disease that's caused by a bacteria, what kind of medicine should I take in order to get rid of it and get healthy again? How is it prevented? Prevented means that you won't get it at all. So what kinds of things can I do to make sure I don't get sick with a certain disease by a certain pathogen? Things like vaccines and good hygiene, things of that nature. And then give us some examples of actual specific diseases that pathogen causes. So each one of these pathogens has specific diseases that it causes. So give us a couple examples of that. Now back to where we're finding this information. Each of these to the left is a link. So if you click on that, it will open up with a little reading article that tells you all about bacteria. And Ms. Kerr actually went ahead and highlighted it for you to help you find the information. It doesn't go in the order that the chart does necessarily. So she's kind of highlighted it and given you a key up here so you can see that things that are highlighted in purple are going to be describing how it looks. Also notice there are pictures here, but you can also grab some other ones from Google since you're working online. Things highlighted in yellow tell you whether it's alive or not alive, and so on. So hopefully that is helpful to you as you read it. You may need to read this information more than once, and that's totally okay. Once you've found the information you're looking for instance, if I'm looking for how to treat a bacterial disease, well, that is in blue, but there is no way I'm fitting all of these words in blue onto this tiny chart. So you need to summarize, pick the main ideas. In general, how do we treat bacteria? We use antibiotics. Okay, so just short little blurps and summarize your information there. And last but not least on that, these are also links here, and these are like 2-3 minute videos that just gives you a very general overview of that pathogen in general to help you understand what we're talking about here. They are not going to necessarily give you all of the answers. The answers are in the reading passages, but the videos are there to support you too. When you are done, you will of course submit your pathogen chart that you have filled out. This one, submit that in Canvas through the Google Doc submission. The other thing that I would like to go over with you really quick, let's go back, is the choice board. Again, Edpuzzles are explanatory, the chart is explanatory. Pathogens in your health, there's not necessarily an assignment that goes along with this, but there is a video right here of the teacher explaining these notes. You can click through the PowerPoint yourself here. I like the PowerPoint personally because it has extra videos and stuff embedded in it, like this one here, to help you understand the information, okay? So do what you will with that. Make sure you understand the information that is coming from it, okay? And then last but not least is the playlist, the virus playlist. This is something that we've done before. Again, you'll have to click here to make your own copy. There are 3 assignments here. You only have to do 1 to get credit. So if you only like to do the Quizlet, do the Quizlet, turn that in, and you can get an 80%. You are more than welcome to do all 3. We hope you do all 3, but if you need to prioritize and you just need to choose 1 or 2 to complete, then that is up to you. You will submit screenshots of your results for whatever assignments you complete, put those on the Google slide, and then submit that slide into Canvas, okay? Let us know if you have any problems. We're happy to be working with you again, and I hope you have a great week.